Keepsake boxes make the perfect gift or family heirloom. In this video I'm going to make two. Let's see what I can make using cheap accessible tools and materials, and then what I can do with pro level gear and techniques. The first box is made using some pine, readily available in most DIY shops. I'm making the lid by gluing 3 boards together. A little tip for clamping boards flat: don't over tighten the clamps or you're more likely to get a warped glue up. A reasonable amount of pressure is fine. For the basic version I'm using butt joints, so I'm marking up the screw holes to pre-drill these. I'll be hiding the screw heads with some dowels, so I need to countersink the hole with a larger drill bit. Then I can glue and screw the corners together using some corner clamps to keep everything square. Next up is the base of the box. I'm using some thin plywood for this. I push this into place and then I add some blocks to the bottom, which I glue to the sides and to the base. With the lid glue dry, I can cut this to size, ready for fitting. Then I add the dowels to the screw holes and leave these to dry whilst I get to sanding the lid. I'm using some small cheap hinges to attach to the lid, and I hand screw these in to avoid stripping the screws. When the dowels are dry, I can cut these with a flush trim saw and then sand the box, fill in a couple of imperfections with sawdust and glue. Then the lid can be screwed to the hinges, the sharp corners hand sanded, and the catch fitted to the front. For finish I'm using Danish oil and I apply a couple of coats of this. To finish this one off I add a chain to stop the lid from opening too far, and then that one was done. A really cheap and easy box that's great for Christmas gifts. The Pro version uses a mix of 2 hardwoods, wych elm and oak. I start by roughly cutting the oak to size. The elm needs to be milled, so I put a thicker blade on my bandsaw and then resaw this. Then I can run this through the planer thicknesser to get a flat square edge board. I'm also thicknessing the oak to match the final thickness. Then I can run all of the boards through the table saw to get them to the final size. I'm going to be leaving each board a touch long because I'm using a dovetail jig to join the side pieces. And it's always worth having some room for error when doing this. Once these were all cut, I could use the router table to cut out the rebates where the base would slot in. The oak I'm using is very open grained, so I'm using some grain filler on this. And then once it's dry, I give all the pieces a good sand. I cut some 6mm ply for the base and then glue some vinyl onto this to give the inside of the box a nicer finish. The dovetails can then be glued together, leaving the end open to slot the base into place before gluing the final edge. The lid then gets cut to rough size and run through the thicknesser. This is intentionally left slightly thicker than the sides. I use the belt sander to make sure the dovetails are all flush, and then the orbital sander to remove any sanding marks. I run the whole box over the surface planer to clean up the bottom edge using really shallow passes, just to remove the burn marks from the table saw. This also leaves the bottom perfectly flat. The dovetails were pretty close to being spot on, but I had a couple of tiny little gaps that I filled with more of the grain filler. I hand sanded everything to remove any sharp corners, and then I marked up the lid and cut this to its final size. For the lid on this one, I'm using some solid brass side rail hinges, and I use the router table and stop blocks to cut the grooves to fit these. Then I pre-drill the holes for the brass screws to go into. I used some super glue to glue the lid onto the hinges so that I could line it up perfectly before screwing it on. Next up was the push button box catch. This involves drilling a series of holes on both the front, lid and the top using the drill press for accuracy. I had to drill one of the holes by hand as the box wouldn't fit on its side into the drill press. Before fitting the catch, I added a profile to the box of the lid. I gave things a final sand and then cleaned it all with some white spirit. This is a birthday present for my wife, and I'm going to be printing on the inside of the box a map with where we got engaged and our honeymoon marked on, as this is designed to be a travel memory box. I gave this a mist of lacquer to seal the design in, and then the whole box could be finished with Danish oil. The catch is then fitted with the pin that goes into the lid glued in place, and the pieces on the box are push fit. I added a brass plate to the lid with some brass screws. Bonus points if you know the song that these lyrics are from. Leave your answers down below in the comments. A final clean and buff up, and this one was done. Certainly a labour of love compared to the beginner version, but well worth the effort. If you want to see more beginner versus pro videos, just like this one, check out the playlist on screen now and down in the description box. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.